Would you like to accelerate your career and reach your full potential in just minutes a day? Welcome to the LEADx Show with New York Times best-selling author and Inc. 500 entrepreneur, Kevin Kruse.
Hey everyone, Kevin Kruse here. Welcome to the weekly wrap-up edition of the LEADx Leadership Show, the smartest way to start your day. And Happy New Year, everyone. Now, there's been a few episodes earlier this week, but this is really the first episode that I've recorded just a little while ago. Everything else we recorded about a month ago. So it feels like the new year. Happy New Year. Did you have fun over the holidays? Ready to kill it in 2018? Did you make any New Year's resolutions? Hopefully, one of them was to go sign up for the LEADx Academy on leadx.org. A whopping $7 a month, and you get 100 executive book summaries, over 40 courses on how to become a great leader, how to develop your personal brand, how to achieve extreme productivity. Like how I snuck all that in and gave you the soft sell right in the middle of my New Year's rant. Before I continue with the theme of the new year, I want to give a shout out to all of those people who in the last week, a very busy week indeed, they still found 1 or 2 minutes to leave a review on iTunes for the LEADx Show. I want to thank B. Zepp, A. Broad US, Say Hey Carl, Kelser13, Ship 10, no that's 01, and Mrs. Mangano, I don't know. I like doing this part of the show just so I can read all these silly iTunes labels. Makes me happy. All of those people left reviews for the show last week, which is the number one way we are going to build our family. I need you to spend 1 minute. Go to iTunes or just type in leadx.org/subscribe and just click that button, subscribe, click leave a rating and click some stars. And that tells iTunes to tell everyone else about the show. The review of the week, I'll pick this one from Kelsar13. I've been listening for just 2 months, and this podcast has been a game changer for me. I'm not a first-time manager, but this may be the first time I've managed well. The guidance in this show is invaluable, and I'm amazed it's available for free. Thank you. No, thank you, Kelsar13. That is an awesome review. Really appreciate it. We do try to make a difference, to make an impact each and every day. Kelsar13, because I read your review on the air, send us an email, info@leadx.org, because we want to send you a LEADx swag package. Maybe it's a logoed mug. Maybe it's going to be one of our t-shirts. I don't know, whatever we have extra hanging around, but we want to send you a prize. And all of you who have left reviews in the past, just send us an email and let us know. Even if I didn't read your review on the air, we will invite you into our VIP Ambassador Program on Facebook, where we give away books from our guests. We hold contests. I ask your opinion on stuff. We support each other. It's just a great thing to be part of that Ambassador Program. All right, so the question I am going to answer this week is only one question, but I've been asked it a dozen times in the last week. And the question is, hey, Kevin, what's your New Year's resolution? So this is a big topic. We all know that about 2/3 of people set New Year's resolutions. We also know that about 90% of them fail. About 90% of the people who set a New Year's resolution, they stop that diet, they stop going to the gym, they stop whatever it is they were going to start doing about 1 to 2 months into the new year. So here's the deal. First of all, I have talked about before, I'm on one level a fan of goal setting. New Year's resolutions, if they're going to work, don't make it vague. Oh, I'm going to lose some weight. Oh, I'm going to get healthier. No, it needs to be a goal. Make it specific. Like, what's the specific goal for the year? How many pounds are you going to lose? How many days a week are you going to hit the gym? How many thousands of dollars are you going to pay down on your debt? What specific book are you going to write by what date? Whatever your big, hairy, audacious goal, your dream is, make it specific and then break it down, chip away at it. How can you take your 1-year goal, divide it by 12? Now you have your monthly goals. Divide each one of those by 4. Now you have your weekly goals. What are the tasks you need to do each day, each week certainly each month, in order to achieve this annual goal. That's the way you get it done. Number one way, if you want to break that failure ratio, make your goal specific, break it down, but then get an accountability partner. This is the thing I am told from all my behavioral psychologist friends. We so quickly will let ourselves down. I say I'm going to get up early and jog tomorrow. You know what? It's 5 a.m. It's cold out. I got a little tickle in my throat. I'm going to break that promise to myself and I am going to sleep in. I'm going to hit that snooze button. But if I told my neighbor Jerry that I would meet him out in the street at 5 a.m. to go for that jog because he's got that same health goal that I do, well, I'm going to wake up at 4:50 and be like, oh my gosh, like there's no way I want to go out there, but I can't let him down. He's counting on me. He's a friend. He's my neighbor. I can't let him down. So we are less likely to break the promise, the commitment. We don't want to be embarrassed. So even if you get a health coach or an executive coach, a career coach, they will be your accountability partner, even if you're paying them to do it. It's just weird the way our mind works. But let me also add that I have very mixed feelings about goal setting. So if you want to do a resolution, you got to make it a goal. Do everything I just said, and it will work. It can work. It should work. But there are some also unintended consequences. I often say that goal setting made me millions of dollars in my 20s and 30s, and it also blew up my marriage at age 40. So the problem I have as a wiser old man, the age of 50, God, I sure don't feel 50. My problem is that when you are focused on your goal every day, you subconsciously or even consciously are basically saying, I am less than, I am imperfect. Today I am incomplete. I am failing because I'm 10 pounds overweight or because I have a little bit of credit card debt or whatever it is. It's sort of a negative mindset. It's motivation out of fear, out of pain, not out of joy and excitement and feeling worthy. The other thing is when you only have one goal or two goals, and the fewer goals, the better for them to work, you can end up focusing all of your energy in that one area and then blowing off another area of your life. I mean, the business world is just littered with successful, self-made multimillionaires and CEOs who have no relationship with their kids. Thankfully, I'm not in that camp. Or who have blown up a marriage. I am in that camp. Or have blown up 2 or 3 or 4 marriages. One was enough for me. So anyway, that's my fear of goal setting these days. So I don't have a New Year's resolution. And I think my girlfriend asked me this. We went out a couple nights ago and I think she was shocked and wanted to make conversation and share our resolutions. And I'm like, hey, life is good. I'm on point. I got no New Year's resolutions. And people are sort of surprised that I don't have a resolution. But what I play with now, I haven't figured it all yet, but what I'm playing with and what I encourage you to consider, if you haven't set a New Year's resolution, but want to have a great 2018, or you've used New Year's resolutions in the past and have failed and want to succeed in 2018, try this other approach. And this is, instead of having goals, focus on your identity. Who do you want to become? Who do you want to be, I should say? Focus on your identity. And there's a couple of fun and funny ways to think of this. If you're like, what are you talking about, Kevin? Okay, here's another way to ask it. Who are you jealous of? Who are you jealous of out there? In the real world, I'm jealous of, that guy down the street because he's in such great shape. He's got 6-pack abs and I'm jealous of his abs. Or I'm jealous of my sister-in-law because she has a great consulting practice that she has out of her home and she makes a ton of money and seems to have a fun life. Or maybe it's fictitious. Who am I envious of? Probably Tony Stark of Iron Man, right? That guy's got it all going on. fun, cool, groundbreaking innovation technology, plays with robots and computers, and he's a successful business guy, and somehow he's, handsome and fit, and he goes out and he has a lot of fun, and he fights bad guys. So, hey, that's one of my role models. And that's all we're really talking about. It's like fun ways to get at who could be a role model. Like you could wave your magic wand. Who would I want to be like? And maybe you've got a fitness role model. Maybe you've got a business role model. Maybe you are a fitness instructor and you're envious of a Joe Wick or a Tony Horton. You want a career like they have. Maybe you're a tech CEO and you're envious of Elon Musk. Here's another way to ask, who has what you want? Well, Simon Sinek seems to have what I want in terms of leadership reach, right? The number of people that follow his every word. Or John Maxwell, or Ken Blanchard. Like these are three people who have what I want in varying degrees. So think about whatever area of your life you might have set a New Year's resolution in, or you want to improve. Instead of doing it goal-based, just think about who's your role model? Like who do you want to be? And then think about what behaviors today you need to become that person. And I'm forgetting her name right now, but she was a guest and she threw this in as like one of her morning routines. And it really stuck with me. It was a journaling practice, which I don't usually journal. And she says she didn't either until she did it this way, which is she writes down every morning, and there's power in writing. What am I willing to do to become the person I want to be? And so you've now identified, I am a healthy, fit person, or I am a person with six-pack abs, or I am a person with $1 million in the bank, or I am a person who is reaching 100,000 people with my message of whatever your message is. Well, what are you willing to do today to be that person? It might be, and brainstorm it, right? And do this literally every day. So this is about anchoring your identity. And when you believe you are a healthy person, you're going to reach for fewer cookies and for a few more carrots or sticks of celery. If you identify yourself as having a ton of energy and being really fit, you're going to find a way to prioritize that treadmill time or spin cycling class. If you identify yourself as an entrepreneur who has $1 million in the bank, you will find a way to spend time on your side hustle this year, even though you have a 9-to-5 or a 9-to-6 job doing something completely different. So, this is kind of an unplanned rant. It's not like a training. I don't have it all figured out myself, but I have seen and gotten amazing results from goal setting. It works, but sometimes comes at a heavy price. So now my focus is more on my identity and daily behaviors that support that identity. What am I willing to do today to become the person I want to be? Hey, next week, come on back. We've got the who, when, where of one-on-one meetings. That's our Mondays are for managers session. Then I'm interviewing Carrie Kerpen, brand new book with great advice from highly successful female leaders. I've got an interview with John Parker, who is head of sales of Amway. Amway is a, massive, multi-billion-dollar global behemoth, and he runs sales. Very successful dude, very down to earth. Really enjoyed talking to John Parker. Our Throwback Thursday is with Jonathan Raymond. And, Raymond gave me one of my favorite quotes of last year. More Yoda, less Superman. And before I sign off, remember, every day there's a free video training course on LEADx.org. What is it today? I don't know. Go click LEADx.org. Go check it out. And if you like it, if it's a topic that you think would be interesting to your colleagues, copy that website address and send it to them. They will thank you. And I need your help. I'm on a mission to spark 100 million intentional leaders in 10 years. Your example will inspire others. I can only reach those numbers by working through you. Leadership is influence. You lead at home, at work. You lead your family. You lead strangers who just happen to be around you who are watching you. Leadership is influence. So you need to be mindful of your influence all of the time. The question is, how will you lead today?